welcome back to That's It. So I have a few things to talk about with you guys, and I want to start talking about the Democrats. Have they lost their mind? They're unhinged, okay? They need to get on board here, okay? Donald Trump is here to stay. We are with Donald Trump for the next 4 years, and Elon Musk. So they need to get on board, okay? And if they don't like it, they can pack up their things and move, because this is getting ridiculous. And you're wondering what I'm talking about? I'm talking about them protesting that, they're very upset about the Department of Government, that how Elon Musk is going to get all of our information and destroy it or use it against us. And I'm like, are these Democrats stupid? Are they dumb? Like, pump the brakes here, okay? You're going out there protesting and telling the media, telling people all this stuff when it's not even true. You're lying to the American people. And a lot of people, including myself, are aware of this. You are lying, okay? Trump made it very, very abundantly clear during his campaign that once he gets into office, a lot of things are going to change. He's going to do a lot of executive orders, okay? And one of them is cleaning up the Department of the Government, meaning that he was going to have Elon Musk in charge of the Department of Education and finding out the spending cost that's been happening for the last 4 years and for the last decade under Joe Biden's administrator, which, he was not even the president of the United States because he didn't run the country. We don't know who did, but that's besides the point here, you guys. The point is that Donald Trump did mention this to everyone, including all the Democrats who were aware. And now that it's happening in real time, now they're having a hissy fit. Now they're having a meltdown and going out there and protesting and saying all this ridiculous rubbish things that's not even true, okay? So listen, I need to know where my taxpayer money is going to, okay? Because it is getting ridiculous. For the last 4 years, we didn't know. Us Americans, we did not know where our money was going to. And now that there's receipts, now we know where monies are going, our taxpayer money. The Democrats are being upset because we're finding out the truth. And they didn't want us to know the truth. They wanted us to keep this in hiding so they can keep spending money on other things that have nothing to do with things that they're spending on, okay? And now they're getting upset and trying to protest and saying that Elon Musk doesn't know what he's doing. He shouldn't be working in the government. First of all, he's not even working in the federal government. That's number one. Number two, Doge is not even a government thing, okay? It's an own separate entity, which Trump did mention. So I don't know what the hell they're talking about. These are facts, okay? Doge is not a federal agent, one. Second of all, like I said, Trump mentioned during his campaign that Elon Musk is going to be the head of the Department of Education, Department of the Government. He made that very clear. So I don't understand what the Democrats is crying about or what they're not comprehending, that this is happening here. And there's nothing that they can say or do. You can cry to Congress, you can try to fight it or try to sue Trump. It is happening, okay? You're realizing that, that we're onto you. The government's onto you, all this spending that you've been spending with our taxpayer money, and you don't want us to find out. You don't want the truth to resurface, And now the truth has been resurfaced, and the truth is out. The cat is out the bag. Now you're freaking out. And it's just disgusting. You know what I mean? It's like the only thing that Donald Trump is having Elon Musk have access to is the receipts of the payments that's been spending, the stuff that's been spending throughout the years. That's the only thing that Elon Musk is having access to. He's not having access to our banks. He's not having access to Social Security, nothing like that. So please, you guys, do not freak out. Do not listen to the Democrats, because that's what they want us to think. They want us to believe that that's what Elon Musk is doing, and he's not doing it. And frankly, if he is doing that, I don't care. Because I rather trust Elon Musk than the government. Because you know what? The government have all our information anyway. And what the hell they're doing with it? You know what I mean? Like, I'm disgusted with the government. I really am. I'm disgusted with them. I'm disgusted with the IRS. You know, all this, you know, we're paying all this money to the IRS and everything when they're spending money, our taxpayer money, on bullshit things from out of the country. And I'm going to give you a list. No, I'm going to tell you the list, what they've been spending. $2 million of Moroccan pottery classes. What the hell? $2 million? Really? $2 million promoting tourism and Lanabam. Like, come on. $2 million of Sesame Street shown in Iraq. Really? Our taxpayer money is going to these bullshit things out of the country? Does that make sense? Make it make sense. Continue on. Spending Ukraine to Fashion Week. $1.5 million for DEI in Siberia. $70,000 for DEI musical in Ireland. Really? $47,000 for transgender operating in Colombia. $32,000 for transgender comic book in Peru. $2 million for sex changes in Guatemala. $6 million on tourists in Egypt. $1 million to help disability and Bangladesh becoming climate leaders. $15 million of contraceptives and condoms in Afghanistan. My goodness, ridiculous. Waste of our taxpayer money, waste of money. And this is what our Democrats, okay, are covering up, that they don't want us to know what they're spending. That's the whole nonsense protesting. That's what they cover up. That's what they're upset about, because the truth is coming out and we're seeing it in real time. That's what they've been doing for the last 4 years under Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, for the last 4 years when they were president, okay? And maybe longer, maybe decades. And we are sick of it. And now what Elon Musk is doing, he is cleaning up. He is getting rid of people who's not working, who doesn't want to work. Listen, people are not working from home anymore, okay? What he's saying is he's sending people home. He's looking at the books to see what the hell is going on. And there's proof of it, okay? Because the American people have seen it. And he's cleaning up. He's cleaning up the trash. Point blank, period. And people don't like that. People don't like it because they've been getting away with this for a very long time. Well, it ends here. It stops right now because I'm tired of it. And I know majority of you are tired of it too. And it needs to stop, and it's going to stop. And if they don't like it, then go to sleep. Okay? Go to sleep. That's it. Go to sleep. Like Elon Musk do not have the key of the treasury. Okay? Let's make that very clear. He do not. And Donald Trump made it very, very abundantly clear. Nothing doesn't go through Donald Trump unless he gets approval through him. So whatever Elon Musk is doing, it goes through Donald Trump first before Donald Trump says yes or no. He made it very clear. So I don't know what people are worried about. You know what they're worried about? They're worried about finding out that we're going to know the truth and what they've been doing for the last decades. Okay, spending money on bullshit things that have nothing to do with America. Nothing to do with the United States. That's what they're afraid of. That's why they're doing this whole ridiculous protesting thing, which is just ridiculous. They're very unhinged. They need to get on board and realize this is happening. This is happening. There's nothing they can do or say. They can cry until the cows come home. It is happening, you guys, okay? And I'm glad that they're cleaning this up, and it's about freaking time. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. And a lot of us Americans, we're seeing the truth. We're seeing the truth. What's going on, and what Elon Musk is doing. He is not snooping around in our accounts, not doing it. He's just looking for receipts. And sure enough, there's receipts. Okay, tons of them. And he's going to get to the bottom of this and clean this up and fire people. People need to be fired. People need to be fired and be held accountable for this. Like, explain to us, the Americans, why all this money is going to other countries when it should be going to us here in the United States. Explain that to us. Why? Make it make sense to me, because it doesn't make any sense. This is why I don't trust our government. This is why I don't trust Congress, because they lie. They lie, they steal, they cheat, and they'll only benefit for themselves, not for the American people. And now that Trump is in office now, and Elon Musk is helping us and cleaning things up, I'd rather have these people on my side than the bunch of damn Democrats who don't care about anyone but themselves. And then now they're seeing that things are coming out in the light, and they're afraid. And sure enough, they should be afraid. They should be afraid. They should. Moving on. So, I don't know if you heard about this ban, Day 26. There are a ban that Sean Diddy Combs created for making of the ban. And I used to watch the whole process of making of the band with, Diddy and Kane and Day 26. And they were the hottest R&B group singers, I have to say. The hottest. Besides, 112, because, I used to listen to 112 back in my day, and all the other, R&B bands. But, Day 26, they were the R&B groups. And when I watched that interview with DJ Van's interview with all 5 of the groups, oh my gosh, I didn't know, Q, he's one of the group singer, he just broke down. I guess the DJ was asking him a question about Sean Diddy Combs, and he just broke down, you guys. Didn't expect it for him to do that. He didn't expect to break down like that, but he really broke down and started crying and saying that, he was and I'm just paraphrasing here, that he was really messed up behind, this whole Sean Diddy thing, to the point that he had to go to therapy, he had to take medications because, things that Diddy did to him. And I'm thinking to myself, did Diddy violate him? Did he do something to this man inappropriately that that he started crying, and then the rest of the group started crying too? Now, let me tell you something. It's very rare to see a grown man cry, but when you see 5 of them crying, that's something deep there. Something deep and something troubling that happened to this particular man, Q, which he told, his bandmates, and he told his therapist. But something traumatized him during, making the band, when he was with Sean Diddy Combs, and it's just heartbreaking to see, what he said during the interview. Sean Diddy Combs was on drugs, and then things take over. It was Satan possessed him, and he wanted to bite people's flesh, and he was just really mocking, him. That's what Q was saying in the interview. And other people, and it was just very disturbing to him because he never seen or witnessed something like that ever in his life, and it really messed him up, you guys. It really messed him up to the point that, like he said, he had to take medication, he had to go to therapy because he never experienced that in his life. And I have to say, when you take cocaine and ecstasy and smoke marijuana and take any type of substance, the demon's going to take over. Point blank, period. The demon's going to take it over. It's no longer that person anymore. And that's what apparently happened to Sean Diddy Combs. He took too many drugs, drinking alcohol, all this substance that his publishers, his right-hand woman, man, whoever was working behind Sean Diddy Combs provided for him. Satan took over. And that's what they witnessed. They witnessed Satan. They didn't witness Sean Diddy Combs, this whole mogul, entrepreneur, fashion entrepreneur, whatever you can call him, that takes over. When you take drugs, it takes over. It takes over your mental being, it takes your mindset, everything. You become the devil, okay? And that's what happened, apparently, what happened to Q. He saw the devil into Sean. And I don't know what happened. He didn't want to go into full details. I wouldn't be surprised if he's in one of those I can't even speak. John Doe of the lawsuit complaints. I wouldn't be surprised if he filed a complaint against Sean Diddy Combs because something happened with Q. Something really happened, and you have to see the video. Like I just burst into tears that, you know, no man or woman should go through that trauma, that heartache, that not victimized, pardon me, that violation. And it seemed like Sean Diddy Combs violated this man and did something to this man that it was hard for him to talk about it, but he's talking about it right now, thank God. And thank God that he has that support system with his bandmates to support him and not judge him and be there for him, and including his therapist and his family and his friends as well. So thank God for that. Most people don't have that support. But to see that video, which I will share with you in this segment, it broke my heart. It really broke my heart. And he said that the people around Sean Diddy Combs laughed. They laughed, they mocked him like it was funny. And he was saying, Q was saying, it's not funny. It's not funny. And this should be held accountable. And he's absolutely right. This should be held accountable for what they did and what have Sean Diddy done to other victims, because they were there. They supply the drugs. They supply all this things that he needed and wanted, Sean Diddy Combs. And they're just as compliant as Sean Diddy Combs is. And they should be prosecuted and go to jail as well, because what they did was wrong. I don't care how much money you have or you working for someone, what they did and what they have seen, and they said nothing because they were so afraid of Sean Diddy Combs, and they'd rather get paid in their pockets instead of doing the right thing, because they were so afraid of this man, thinking that Sean Diddy Combs was just untouchable, that nothing can do wrong with him, like no one won't do anything to him. And look, everything is coming to the light. Everyone's getting bitten by the ass now. Okay? Everyone. And I hope and pray that, you know, all of Sean Diddy Combs' conspirators and people that were involved will go to prison and get prosecuted to the fullest, because they were just as guilty as Sean Diddy Combs. Even though they may not participate in some of the active violence and the sexual things that has happened over the decade, but they supplied the drugs. They were there. They witnessed everything, including minors and adults, and they said nothing. They looked the blind eye, which is unacceptable, period. So I'm glad that Q has that support system, and I'm glad that, you know, he's coming out and telling his story during this Vlad interview with DJ. And it's just remarkable. I give him so much credit. I give him so much praise for doing that, because I know it's not easy, especially a man coming out and saying, he didn't say it, but I'm guessing here. I'm guessing something happened. I'm guessing that Sean Diddy Combs violated this man and did something to this man. Okay, that was inappropriate. That really messed him up, that to the point that he has to take medication and go to therapy. Okay. A grown man crying, and along with his other group members of his band cried. So it's just crazy. And again, I'm glad that he's speaking his truth and telling his story of what happened to him. And I just hope that, you know, more people will speak out and more people will come out and tell their side of the story. And as far as Sean Diddy Combs saying that it's not true, people are lying, how many people can lie about the same thing and they're consistent about it? Like, everyone is lying and you're the only one that's innocent and you're the only one saying that people are trying to get money grab from you. Like, I'm bored, okay? I'm bored with this. People are lying, this is not true, this is fabricated, people are just trying to get my money. Like, no. There's so much people can lie, okay? But when there's consistency after consistency and everyone is telling exactly similar stories, it seems like you're the liar, Sean Diddy Combs. You're the one that's been lying for over a decade. You're the one that's been sodomized and raping, you know, underage girls and boys and doing inappropriate things that you've been getting away with for a long time, and people are enabling you to do it. And now it's going to end. It's going to end very, very soon. So I cannot wait until the trial starts. I cannot wait until evidence is presented to the world to see the monster that you are, because you are a monster, you are a predator, and you are disgusting. And may God have mercy on your soul and everyone else who was involved too. And I hope and pray that the FBI do not cover anything up, because like I said, they raid his house, his Los Angeles home, his Miami home, try to take whatever they can, footage, tapes and stuff like that. I just hope that they don't cover that up. And I just hope and pray that they just don't bury it like they did with Jeff Epstein, and that actually present those evidence, because, you know, we don't know what's behind those footage. We really don't. It could be like a lot of politicians, a lot of blue collars. It can be a lot of people in those tapes, just like in Jeff Epstein, that we will never find out who's on those tapes. We will never know. I hope one day we will, but until then, we don't know. And I hope history don't repeat itself with Sean Diddy Combs. That's what I'm trying to get at here. But that's all I have to say about that. I really appreciate you taking the time, you guys, to listen to what I have to say about these topics. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate you watching That's It with Cheryl, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.
And I guess, like, if this would never came out, I still would have been secret about it. I wouldn't just like snitch.
Yeah.
Cause I'm not no snitch. Like, I was gonna just deal with it. And I don't know why somebody that evil would.
She broke my glasses.
I don't get it. I don't know why somebody would do that to a talented, passionate people.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we talented, passionate people. I don't understand. No, it's okay, bro. I don't understand why someone would sit down and think about hurting someone. I don't know. Or laugh about it after they do it, you know. Like, I don't get it. That's why I said none of them are innocent. I'm not here to expose anybody, but none of them are innocent, man. Like, none of them are innocent. Right. Y'all all coming after this man for millions of dollars when y'all were a part of it as well. Y'all were down too. Like, that's not fair. That's not fair to him. It's not fair. Fair to me.
It's not fair to people that with actual story that actually been affected by that, because then it make everybody seem like they just try out to get something, or, you know, whatever, opposed to it being real people that went through real stuff, you know.
Did you ever confront Diddy about this?
I kept trying to get in contact with him because all I wanted was an apology. All I kept saying, like, could you apologize? Like, could you just apologize for what I can't talk about right now? But I just wanted to apologize because something was wrong with me, man. Something was wrong. And like on your last Vlad interview, you could look at me and tell like something was wrong. Like I wasn't the enthused person. I wasn't cute. I looked like stressed. I looked like I was in a dark place. So like you could tell like something was wrong, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't mean to go there. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. It's
I'm
all
so
good.
sorry.
This is real.
Yeah.
And
we gotta take a break.
yeah, let's take a break.
Oh man. Shit.